Jack was getting ready to leave home to make his own way in the world. Before heading out, he went to say goodbye to his sister-in-law. Surprisingly, she asked him for a hug. Unfortunately, someone spotted them, and from that moment on, the incident became common knowledge throughout the entire village. Mary, the sister-in-law, was a bride the two brothers had purchased from another region after spending all their savings and enlisting a matchmaker's help. Initially, the older brother Tom had discussed with his younger brother Jack that due to their family's extreme poverty, none of the local girls were willing to marry them. However, they could buy a wife from another area. The original plan was to let Jack get married first, but while Jack appeared to go along with this arrangement, he had other ideas brewing. When Mary arrived at their home, Jack insisted that his older brother should marry first instead. No matter how much Tom tried to persuade him otherwise, Jack wouldn't budge. Tom couldn't argue with Jack's decision, and since they'd already spent all their savings, they couldn't just let it go to waste. So Tom ended up marrying Mary. However, 6 months after their wedding, Mary still hadn't gotten pregnant. Tom became the target of constant mockery from their neighbors. One day, he came home drunk and took out his frustrations on Mary, even beating her severely. Jack, who was in the other room, heard the commotion but felt powerless to intervene. The next morning, their well-meaning neighbor Ben dropped by to ask Tom if he'd had a fight with his wife, urging him to treat Mary better. Tom confided in Ben about Mary's failure to conceive. Ben suggested they both get checked out at the hospital, but Tom was too embarrassed to go himself. Instead, he sent Jack to accompany Mary for the medical examination. The test results came back quickly, and the doctor confirmed that Mary's reproductive system was perfectly normal. When she showed Tom the results, he flew into a rage. His worst fear had come true. He was the one who couldn't have children. Consumed by anger and shame, he lashed out at Mary again, beating her mercilessly. Jack, hearing Mary's cries for help from the next room, was deeply troubled but still felt unable to change anything. The next day, Jack was preparing to go hunting in the mountains when Mary stopped him. She asked where he was going, though she already knew the answer. When Jack said he was going hunting, Mary asked if she could come along for a walk. Jack thought about how difficult Mary's life had been since she married into the family and agreed to let her come. This was the opportunity Mary had been waiting for. She hoped to have some alone time with Jack. Ever since the test results came out, she had been harboring a shocking idea. With great difficulty, she asked Jack to help her get pregnant. She explained that if she continued to remain childless, Tom would eventually beat her to death. This compelling drama about human nature is called Silent Winter.